Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, my fellow YouTubers. Welcome to another edition of Mary Sky Rita video blog of Mary Sky. So I got a couple announcements for you all. First one is that Zoe didn't get back to me last night. She stood me up. Bad Zoe. Bad Zoe. Bad Zoe. I have to throw that in there once in a while, as a humor thing. Bad Zoe. Bad Zoe. You know. So this morning I woke up, right? And you don't know this, but trans woman or intersex hermaphroditic does get a little stubble, right? I don't talk about it. Anyways, Chloe last night, she said, "Oh, let's have a better day today since I threw away my mom," right? And I thought to myself, you literally threw yourself. So, anyways, I turned around this morning and I want to talk about a couple things this morning. And the joke about the bad Zoe is, well, just being funny, is I need my morning coffee. That's the first rule of the day is I need my morning coffee. Okay. So I got up this morning, looked at the clock. I couldn't believe I slept a good 8 hours. I mean, literally, Chloe is all, "I want to play your game. I want to play the game." And, I'm like, "Look, you're already fucking playing the game. You already lost your Thanksgiving dinner. What more do you want to fucking do, right?" I mean, literally. She's like, "The turkey needs to be put it on the counter. You don't defrost a turkey on a countertop." Yeah, slowly defrosting. So, anyways, you know what I love about this? Look at this. And then you just let it dry, right? And you can throw in some more later. So I turned around this morning, right? And Chloe's like, "Oh, if you go live, you might have a bathroom break, Well, maybe. It depends on things, By the way, these pants. I was supposed to use these pants not to sleep in last night, but I did. Usually, the secret is to air out your jammy bottoms. So, alright, so now I can tell you the story, okay? And Zoe hasn't come on yet. She says, "Oh, I can be on live from 2, whatever," right? So I want to tell you guys the story this morning, okay? So Higgins turns around, right? He said, see, the thing about Higgins is he's like a big brother, okay? But Higgins also is a troll, okay, to a point. Do not shed next to my coffee, Evo. Okay. Again. Okay, good coffee. So, you guys are probably wondering what I got stored this morning. All right. Well, first of all, I want to tell you a story about Higgins. That's the first story I want to tell you this morning about Higgins. Now, Higgins emailed me, right? Because he went shopping yesterday with your old mom, right? He hasn't been on. And so I turned around, right? You're like, oh, whatever. I turned around, right? And he emails me. And I shared this with Zoe. And I want to explain to you a couple things about Higgins leaving breadcrumbs. Okay, so Higgins thinks I'm jealous. Okay. Oh, Rita's jealous. You know what? I'm not jealous because if I really wanted this over a ham radio, I could turn around and tell Zoe outright, I want this over a ham radio, and she would realize that this would be a better deal than a ham radio. Fortunately, she's been motivating me to get my license for my ham, but the ham people won't get back to me. So I'm going to email again and ask specifically a different director if and when they have things. I've been reading like crazy. I've been studying over and over and over how much before to take the test. Right now, it seems no one wants to help anyone else out on this island. You know, and Higgins, he's always so. Let me show you this, okay? I just want to show you. So this morning he emails me and he says, "Doesn't this look good on my desk, my dresser, right? Doesn't this look good on my dresser?" Oh, hold on. So apparently, hold on. Why is my? Yeah, hold on. Okay. So why is my screen share not going into my Windows? Oh, here it is. Okay, takes me. All right. So he emails me this, right? And he says, "Doesn't this look good next to my Baofangs?" First of all, I wouldn't put my Baofangs on my GE clock radio. I would leave it alone. But then again, that's Higgins, right? And then in the background, he's got some other crap. Okay, first of all, the scanner is I'll explain what it is. Okay, so basically, do you see the display, right? It says Fort Worth, Tariff County, and Sheriff Patrol, right? Fortunately, if Higgins spent $700, he just basically wasted $700 of your tax dollars, your Social Security money that we're giving him, that he's been bitching about being a penny pincher. I'm just breaking this down for you from a woman's perspective to buy a $700 scanner plus tax, which is a database scanner, which is the top of the line scanner, which basically picks up simulcast. Remember, I said his county is usually simulcast. Fortunately, my father has the SDS 100, 200, but he has the money, so he just plunked it. Higgins is griping and complaining and always doing research. Now, I control Higgins too sometimes. I love Higgins as a sister, but I'm telling you, he's always griping and bitching about his property taxes. Okay, so look at this. You see how it says right here, Fort Worth, right? Right. So let's just close this out, right? So basically, it says Sheriff Patrol, everything Fort Worth, right? I was telling this to Zoe, right? Now, I love Zoe. Zoe's awesome, So I was telling Zoe, right? This is the picture, again, from Amazon. You see, I made a larger version of it so you guys could see this, right? Feel this. Understand this. This is, right? And I'll show you a third picture too through a tap, right? I downloaded this from Amazon, okay? You see that? Sheriff Report Fort Worth, go Google it. That's what he basically was doing and saying, "Oh, look. The thing is, he doesn't have $700. He won't. He's already griping his taxes when I bought $600 again a year because some idiots voted for Higgins to pay higher taxes for something more. No offense, Higgins. I'm just here to basically say what I think. Okay, this morning over my morning coffee. Now, look." I'm going to go through scanners this morning, okay? I'm going to go through scanners this morning, all right? To share with you a couple thoughts, okay? Yeah, so see that? Yeah. Now Higgins, he's like, "Oh, well, doesn't necessarily." Let me just show you a couple things, okay? One, it goes like this, right? Is and literally, all right. So I'm just gonna show you two scanners this morning over coffee. Okay, are you ready? Because I think you should. Okay, so first of all, um, let's just increase this to 200%. Okay. So anything on Amazon apparently gets 200%ed. Okay. Are we ready? Because I'm going to speed this up. Okay. So basically, here you go. So I want to share with you a couple scanners this morning. All right. So the SDS 200 equivalent, the SDS 100 right here. Right there. This jobby here, right? The handheld version. See, it says Fourth Ward MedStar, right? Signing, right? This is simulcast. Simulcast is right there. You can see in the screen. It's basically like Fort Worth Layer 1 P25 EMS website site 91 Fort Worth. So simulcast is three different departments running because Higgins is right on the border of three different counties. You could see that he needs the simulcast, right? Designed and proved digital, etc., right? But let's just make it hypothetically a joke, okay? Zoe decides hypothetically, right? And I'm not saying she will, but I'm going to use Zoe as an example this morning. She doesn't want to get me a ham radio jokingly, we already know it's an inside joke with the ham radio, but me and wifey love each other very much, so I can throw the joke out there and say she decides to put this in my Christmas stocking. We know she doesn't have the money, all right, but the thing is, maybe she did it to upset Higgins or get his, the screw with his brain, right? Now I love Zoe dearly. I'm not sitting there saying, give me one of these. Okay, let me tell you the reason on this scanner specifically is what it is. And I'm not saying buy me this, don't buy it. I'm making a statement. This scanner is the ultimate scanner. I mean, I had a talk with the sheriff the other day. He said simulcast is a nice thing if you are in the area that you need to scan it. But out here, he said 90% of the country is still analog, but they can't afford. I mean, he was telling me the radio equipment to upgrade to digital, just basic P25, is approximately $2 to $3 million. They can't. No one's in the mood to buy a boat. They're trying to sell off half the police fire boats because they can't afford the fuel. He leaked that to me the other day. So look at the entire thing about the scanner, right? So wifey could buy it, but wifey also knows from my handiwork on scanners that she would think, which again I love her dearly. What's the point, right? I mean, look, this might look like a nice scanner, and wifey poo could put it in the stocking, but the thing is, the wifey poo knows it would pick up analog, digital, and simulcast. I live in an analog area, so basically, the wifey poo has heard me rant over and over about new scanners, but she also knows that my scanner, as long as it's an analog, it will work. Now, because so many people sit there and say, I don't understand, well, think of the picture I just posted you. See, this is simulcast, three different things, P25, Site 91, and 06. So that's what they call. So can we continue? Because we got a lot to cover. And so for the second scanner talking about today, right? All right. So the wifey knows I have my own reasons, right? So how's this for a how's this? Okay. And Higgins turns around, right? And he's like, oh, look, doesn't this look good? Again, $699. $6.99. Look at this. Look at this. Fort Worth Regional. Terror. I've seen this damn scanner so much, right? Say the wifey decided to put that under my Christmas tree, okay? Hypothetically. The only reason why the wifey would go ahead, okay, and I'm going to talk about other scanners today because it has to be done, all right? But what does the $700 scanner get you? Everything. Gets you everything and more. I mean, literally, it is getting you not just the best scanner, but the best simulcast, um, all-in-one digital. I mean, literally, the sheriff I talked to, he said he did not want to put me in the poorhouse for my hobby. I mean, literally, he actually he said a lot of people use it for criminal activity. I said I use mine for entertainment since 2007. I've never broken the law and etc. No, I said I've learned a lot in the last 6 months, okay? Higgins. The only reason why he sits there and says, well, I've told Higgins time and time again on the phone, okay? For a starter, or his mama would say a comerbacker. Mama Fanny loved that answer, comerbacker. A starter outer. You don't need a $700 scanner. Okay, look. Let me put it to you this way, okay? I'm going to break down something for you today, okay? Now, let me show you something, okay? A $700 scanner would be nice. All you have to do is put the zip code, right? Higgins wants to sit there and say he's bought one. He's bitching about how he thinks SSI should change the rules for him so he can get savings so he can keep his house. Literally. Maybe it's, he doesn't want, Thing is, the government's going to force him into a group home or a nursing facility or assisted living or an apartment eventually because, his taxes are going to be more than he brings in every month, and the government's going to start red flagging it. The reason he wants SSDI is because of no savings. But there is a problem with SSDI. You see, the problem is you think SSDI is better gravy. If you're on SSI or SSDI or SSR or SS, retirement's different. But if you're on any of the other three survivors, SSI, Social Security survivors, or Social Security disability insurance, you want a lot of Uncle Sam's got their hand out squeezing your cooter and your teats for your money. That's how it works. And that's not just Social Security paying back. That's Medicare. That's Medicaid. State of Washington. Then you got the tax man. Then you got the other tax man. Then you got the IRS. By the time you look at your money, you'll have to balance that money the rest of your life because, now you're a millionaire. And you got to keep it quiet so you don't get freaking sued. Now, since I've had my first cup of coffee, and I hope for the love of Fanny and the love of Pee Wee and the love of Higgins and the love of Zoe, you got the example. Me and Zoe have that internal joke about swapping out the ham radio with something else because she says, oh, that's not bad for a ham radio. I don't get my license. But my point is, it'd be like Zoe wifey buying me the top of the line scanners and basically saying, the thing is you got to ask yourself, why did Higgins do this? Because Higgins wants to. He's a troll. Me and family members have figured that out. Hey, Zoe has figured out, So you think Zoe? Zoe, it would be nice to get a top of the line scanner from the wifey, but the problem is the wifey and I have that working relationship. We have that working relationship and that relationship intimately as close friends, not, we're not, doing the wild side or the horizontal mambo, but we are extended family, okay? And we are the nickname the wifeys, and the wifeys, for all of you, I had to tell her this morning the whole thing with the trolling. I mean, we've heard him complain time and time again with taxes, right? But the thing about the wifey, right, is the thing about the wifey is this morning, right? I sent her a message. I thought she'd get a kick out of it because look, we all hear Higgins day in and day out talking about taxes, right? I'm not done yet, by the way, on the scanners for a second. I have a reason for the rest, okay? I hope I can get the rest. All right. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to finish up here because I have a reason for what I'm doing, okay? This morning's theory. All right. So a lot of you out there have asked me time and time again about scanners, and they're like, "Oh, well, what's good, what's bad?" Let me put it this way. The wife has heard me talk over and over and over about scanners, okay? And I get emails from time to time being like, "Well, I don't understand what's what." Well, let me put it to you this way. Only 5% of the country simulcast. 5% digital, 90% analog, okay? But all these people sit there and, my wife again claims that I am the ultimate salesperson. Let me just joke aside for a minute as a married person to Zoe. Mike's got to finalize the wedding. But, anyways, jokingly aside, I had a brain fart here. The thing about the scanner, right? His wife says I'm a great salesperson, right? I can sell anything. Well, maybe, but I still haven't sold scanners that can end up in my Christmas stocking. You see, I have to throw that in there as a joke this morning because we're trying to be humorous. Of course, the wife, of course, I think was more shocked at last night's, that thing with Chloe. I mean, literally burning her damn bridges. I mean, come on. I mean, literally, I have not ever seen something like that, right? Anyways, so a lot of people have emailed me and they're like, Rita, can you tell us the difference in scanners this morning again during their morning coffee? And it's like, I will. Just give me a second. So basically, people sit there and they say to me, Rita, we'd really like to know, and I'm like, if you're looking for Christmas, Higgins is like, oh, yes, we got to look for Christmas, And I'm like, I'm working on it, But a lot of people, the police officer asked me how entertaining it is, and it's like, depends on how much. I have to put batteries back in too. Chloe was complaining about that, and it's like, dude, the batteries are, so there. All right, so we got it done. All right, so let's just get this over this morning. So, good morning, Zoe. Coffee cup right here, hon. Coffee cup's right here. Coffee cup one. All right, so swap out the ham with a Truth Higgs hams. Yeah, well, let's just basically get this. So, a lot of people have asked me, in my email. Hold on a sec. I'm going to talk for a minute. Yes. A lot of people have asked me time and time again about ham radios. Now, I'm going to speed this up, okay? We've already talked about the too expensive is what it does. So basically, say, for example, Zoe wife, I'm going to give wifey as an example, decides to buy a scanner, right? Just to say she wants to be nice to the wifey and she thinks a basic scanner would work. Okay, now this, okay, Higgins could have photoshopped this, right? This is 9504. Okay, look at this. All right, $95, right? Does the same job. He doesn't get the radio, you see. Higgins is going to run the radio. He's going to need to run it this way. So, for that kind of money, right? What is he doing? He can buy that kind of radio for $96. I mean, look, the wife and I have talked about this not so much. I mean, we have our morning coffee, we have our, whatever, but we don't argue. We don't argue. And if the wife has a question, she'd be like, I mean, let me tell you, I'll tell you a little secret today about how to handle your wife. Okay, your wife turns around, right? When your wife turns around, right? And your wife says, well, how come you need one of those, right? Or something else, right? Right? And so basically, I want to share with you, right? Something. I think it's this one. So give me a second, right? A little secret. Nah, I have to look for some real quick. I think I saw it recently, right? There we No, I was. I guess because I forgot. They probably deleted it or something. Let me look real quick. I was curious on something. Anyways, I'm just gonna tell it, without needing to look for it, right? So, anyways, so anyways, I'll tell you like it is, okay, with the scanners. All right, we should just speed this up. I'm looking for something. So basically, the funny story is someone asked me the other day, about scanners, and I said, well, depends on how many you want and what you need, right? And they said, is it this one? No, it can't be this. You know. Anyway, so the basic thing is, I keep turning around, right? Oh, can't find it. Anyways, I'll look for it later. Anyway, so basically, someone said to me, right? Well, what do you want so many so many of something? Like I like, I like, fishing, right? And everything else, right? And so they turned around and they said to me, um, you know, why do you want, you know, your, why, is this what we're looking for? No, it isn't. So basically, the fly rods, right? For example, or shoes, um, or scanners, for that matter, right? People say to me, well, what's the difference of, you know, um, what's the difference between this, and you know, so basically, right? It asks a question, right? And you got all these people, right? And they're talking about hobbies. I'm getting out of this, so I don't basically lose. All right. So basically, this one here, right, is perfect for um, $500, or $96. Does the basic job. You don't need to fork out $700. I mean, literally, it depends on how much money you want to fork out. But see, it's for non-digital, which found out any police agency that is not using trunked will be basically conventional. So trunked is a higher form of stuff, which I'll get into that later. Okay, so any police one that plugs in like the first one here, you've seen too much. I just want to get this done so you guys can, So this one's $102. Okay, $102. People say to me, "What's the difference?" This one goes with you everywhere you want to go. All right, $102, right? And to speed this up, I will show you the thing. So everyone asks me time and time again, I better basically take my coffee before I choke to death. $102, non-trunking channel, right? See, it says some larger cities are changing over to digital trunking, but smaller rural communities aren't. Zoe's on digital encrypted trunking, so she could pick up many things, but not that. So basically, for a rural community, that would be um, the perfect scanner for some of you. All right, and so I wanted to tell you that, because $102, you can't complain. Stocking stuffer. When I joke about stocking stuffers, a joke with Zoe, I'm saying, hypothetically, these are the things that I would put in my stocking stuffer if I had the finances, because, but not limited to, affordability, and it does a great job. I mean, literally, and $102, right? Wife could sit there, and the wife's heard me say this over and over, and this is why I'm speeding this up now to get done. Is Now I'm just gonna show you a picture and a price, and then I'm throwing this down. Okay, for example, right, $93, right, $93. Program. Wife could put that in her countertop at home. Higgins could put it on his dresser. Push a button. Maybe he'll pick up the fire department and the amateur radio and everything but the police. Higgins should be happy. He's listening to anything he wants. All he's got to do is plug in a button, push a few. The wife could do the same. The wife could push a button here or here or here or here or one of these six. The wife could sit there and say, that would be so simple. Plug it in. I might not get the police, but the wife might say it's boring, but the wife might fall in love with it. You see, point is, it is $93. You see, right there. And I'm going based on current pricing. Okay, this is $110, by the way. This is the XLT handheld non-trunking model. This is $110. Okay, $110, right? People say, oh, well, it went up from $90 because of it. People raising their prices for Christmas season. Fortunately, the secret is about that is you can get this one for about half the price going through different channels. I've seen it, legit channels. It's just you don't pay 110. You pay like 40 to 60 new in box. Okay. Thing is this is 110 on Amazon, right? And you say, oh, that isn't bad. That's a little better. No, it's all the handhelds I've talked about analog are basically even. There's only a few different things that you would or not want, but these are just basic analog scanners that would do the job for you in a SHTF situation. Now, again, $110. Now, my theme today is, and my wife's probably sitting there wondering about it, is, here you go. This is $115, so $110. This is the latest and greatest with alpha tagging in her way. $115, $5 more. So what are you going to do? Wife going to spend $110 because she's being frugal. I know my wife. She's got a good heart. Not frugal. Where she's going to look at that, and the sales going to say, well, you can have the XLT 75 model, honey, or you can get your wifey the latest and greatest gizmo dingy here that's $5 more. She's going to take that and think about it and say $5 more for a little more. Yeah. So you see where I'm going with this. This is 115, right? 115 looks the same. It does the job. Now, we're getting there. See, every tab right now. This is one that, we'll say the wife wants to monitor more at home, or, lives out in an area where, she wants to do stuff, right? Trunk tracking. Let me tell you what a trunk tracking is. Trunk tracking is basically trunk systems that mostly businesses own. Businesses owned a trunking. So basically, say in town, there's 3 trunking systems. 2 are analog, one's digital. I can pick up the analog, which is fine. Scanning it for it. But when they're not using the trunking system, it's a different story, right? So you got to ask yourself about the trunker, the trunker, and the trunker. And trunk tracking only works if you're on a trunk system. A lot of people say, oh, well, conventional digital is fine. Most rural communities use that, but trunking is a little different. Trunking is mostly for different things, like, security groups and stuff, So basically, unless you need a trunker, you're going to find most conventional police departments are still using analog unless they are digital trunking. Now, again, if you guys want to fork out some extra money because the wifey calls me a salesperson, let me just tell you that, right? Is this. You go here, right? Well, this is the twofer. You got a base station and a handheld. So if you're in your car going to work, you use the handheld. Now, you can mount the base station in your car, too. Problem is this is $200 and some, and it gets you 207. It gets you 2 scanners. You see where I'm going with this? 2 scanners, right? So you get 2 scanners, not bad, right? But give or take, because it's like $96 and $115. You're saving money on this one currently if you buy them together. So anyways, we got 5 tabs left to open. This one, of course, is 183, which means 96. And so basically you're saving maybe $9 or $10 by buying this one in as a pair too. So you get this one and this one. I think. So you're saving like 10, $15 by buying these ones in the pair. You get 2 base station scanners. However, they're saying the one on the left can be used as a base station, right? On the one on the right is used for mounting in your car. So give or take. So but we you get the idea. And finally, the this one here is approximately $340. Basically, it's like the analog. The only difference is it's running on a digital circuitry and analog. So what's the difference? Nothing. Just it runs on analog and digital. It's a digital trunking scanner. Difference is if you look up your area and you don't find anything you want to listen to for trunking, radio reference is where I would go. And then just go with analog. Now, if you just want specifically the police, well, let's just say it's hit or miss, whether it's analog or digital. So, I mean, literally, that's the point, So, for example, sometimes having 200% is bad, but you get the idea. Same chassis as the X75 LT or 125 AT. The difference is it's the 325 P2, which means it's P1, P2 digital trunking and trunk tracker 5, which means trunk tracks everything. So basically, it just depends on how much money you want to pay. Now, excuse me while I drop the down to this. I need to drop to 150 so I can actually finish this. We have 4 now. Remember that P2 was 340, right? People say to me, Higgins is like wanting the 325 and the 996. Well, the reason he wants those is because it's affordable, but Higgins can't afford 360. They might have raised his taxes between 360 and 500. Hell, it could have been 800. They raised it per year, right? He's always complaining that raising his taxes $800 a year for the last 20 plus years. So this one here is $360. It's $20 more. It's a base station you can mount in your car. It's the same as the 325. The difference? None. Basically, it's ideal. One's handheld, one's not. So basically, is it worth it? It's up to you. But just yes. So I screwed up on my order, on my list. So let's just finish the last 3, okay, to get to the point here. And the wife probably smart enough to know the whole point is. Okay, so here, look at this, all right? You have this one and this one, right? 277, 102 and 90 something. No, this is not a good deal, all right? Finally, you have the last 2. Okay, the last 2, right? $495. I had to change it just a bit so you guys could see it. $495. The 325 P2 and the 996. The only difference is those are clean slate scanners. This one is database. You just put in your zip code and you're off to the track. Now, if your area is digital encrypted, it'll pick up everything but your digital encryption. So now that one there, I think looks a lot better than the SDS 100. Eventually, I might get an SDS 100, but if I was going to go with the top of the line scanner, I would go with that one for handheld because it's a database and you don't have to do much with it, and it's $495, right? Now, it also depends on if you want to program. So basically, right? Now, this last one here is the $498. Again, it's a database scanner, which means you just pop in your zip code and you go, right? So you're asking yourself, a lot of questions. A lot of people say to me, Rita, why do you want so many scanners? I'll tell you, because if you're in an area where you can monitor, see, I'm done. Finally done, people. Finally done, Clean her up. Hold on. Let's go through the comments. Swap out a ham with the truth, Higgs. Why would you lie? I mean, come on. You're a chosen fan. So basically, thank you, Zoe. I appreciate it. So basically, the wifey, learned a lesson again. Wifey could sit there and say, "Honey, I'm going to spend $700 on the SDS 200 free, swapping out a ham radio," right? Jokingly. The wifey also knows in her heart and soul. Hold on, just to be funny, because just to be funny, I'm going to answer the comments. All right, I just want to do this for fun. All right, just she would only buy the SDS 100 or 200 if she thought I could get use out of it, right? I got it at 150%, so it should be easy. Okay, there we go. So just to spill the beans, right? 150, right? I already told you the best handheld is 436, the 536, right? But 100, this is $650. To me, it looks cool, but unless I'm playing with it, I have my own aesthetics. Everyone has their own opinions of what something should look like. Zoe could say her wife should be big and breasty and have huge boobs and whatever, or a nice ass. The wife could sit there and say, "I want my wife to have a nice ass," or whatever, right? So everyone has their own opinions, but to me, that doesn't look like a simulcast, right? Now, $650. Now, the wife and I have our own differences on what looks nice, right? So to sit there and say to Higgins, "Oh, doesn't this look nice on my bed stuff?" No, it doesn't, because frankly, simulcast is the only. My father-in-law has one of these, and he is always bragging about it. But you see me complaining? No, he has one of these. See, simulcast is right there. It's basically showing Fort Worth, Tarrant County, and then the sheriff patrol. So he's got three scans going at once. That's what simulcast is. It's 3 scans at once. You think the wife thinks I need 3 scans? I mean, look, do you hear my scanner chirping right now? You don't. Oh, hold on. I forgot to do the last one because of it. All right, hold on. There we go. And then finally this one, the one that Higgins was talking about, right? I mean, literally $700. Simulcast. Look at the simulcast real quick. See, Fort Worth Tarrant Sheriff Patrol. That's what it's doing, right? Yeah. So, point being, the wife knows that unless you need something that expensive or you just want to upgrade for the future, what's the point of paying? I mean, I get emails all the time from people asking me the same damn question. And the same damn question is the same damn thing. Okay, so I got Social Security, Medicare, and KeyBank today. Okay. Informed delivery, by the way, everyone. Why would you lie? I mean, come on. People who can actually stand them. Look, people, I mean, look, me and Zoe, we get along fine, okay? Thing is, Zoe knows a person doesn't need. My main point is, do you want to fork out $700? $700 for a scanner is bragging rights. Right, Zoe, honey? Who Bill can actually stand one? No strings, no funny stuff. Yeah, I mean, look, me and the wifey has a good working relationship, and hypothetically, the wifey knows if I'm teaching a lesson. I mean, look. So let me tell you something, right? I always have a thing for 17-inch laptops. The wife knows this, right? But because the wife came to me and came to Fanny and said, "Look, I'm looking," I came to the conclusion that what she needs for a writer is a convertible laptop. Screen flips, locks into place. You can use it as a tablet pen. Why is that? Because basically that's what the wife needs, not what I want. You don't go and buy whatever. You see, when you're married, you think of compromise. Plain and simple. Wife sits there and says, "Oh no, it's too big." You keep pushing, and then you're like, "Oh, she doesn't play games, but she needs it for her work." You compromise and go, "Oh, well, Dinky did the same thing." Well, so I found her a computer that would be, really would make her happy, And so basically, the funny thing is I don't argue or wag fingers. We were laughing last night actually about, you guys want to hear the argument, right? This morning, I'll tell you a story. So we love stories. This morning, I got out of bed, grumping, right? Grumping and full of gas. Hold on. You want to hear gas? Ugh. Ugh, sorry. Once in a while, I can be crude, but wasn't me. It was the bunny. Bunny did that. And who cares why you need something? Oh, well, exactly. Okay, but let me just tell you the joke, okay? A guy turns around, right, and his wife is scowling at her. His wife. His wife is scowling at her because he owns fly rods, right? Fly rods, fly fishing is like, fly fishing, right? And he turns around and he sits there and he looks at his wife. This is a cartoon, and it's true. And he turns around and he says to his wife, she says, "How many fly rods do you need to own?" Okay, just like the scanners, okay? People ask me about scanners. How many do you need, right? Well, a scanner can be used for all different types of monitoring channels. Unfortunately, the question is, if you look at your area, I should show you an example this morning so you can understand my method, okay? But before we get to it, I want to tell Zoe the joke, okay? So this person asks, this wife says, "How many fly rods do you need?" And he says, basically, well, he says, and then it comes to people with fishing, right? Think of them as your shoes. Yes. So a woman sits there, and Zoe will get the joke. Being married, you get it. You have so many fly rods. They say, "How many fly rods can you use?" And a fly fisher person sits there and let me just give you an example. All right. I love Zoe dearly, right? Zoe means the world to me, right? So you guys want an example? I'll show you an example. Okay. Here it is, right? New fly catalog, right? I've been eyeing, right? The Winston Air and the Pier. But look at the price of the Air and the Pier. Pier, $9.75. The Air, $11.75. You see, you can go out in the back and buy a fishing rod kit for $198. You see where I'm going with this? So what's that tell you? Tells you fishing tools are like just did the dishes. I ransacked the homestead, making dinner last night, talking to some professor on the horn. Oh yeah, so I was gonna ask you how that went with that person because you stood me up. I waited, and I fell asleep. So see, we have a good working relation. We can joke against each other. She was on the horn. Mm-hmm. So smash like Rita who dares to walk this way, talk this way, listening to back. Yeah, ACDC is great. I grew up with them in the 80s, you know. But anyways, my point being, okay, so we can get back to the point is, you know, you don't need to spend hundreds of dollars to enjoy a hobby. No, you don't. I mean, literally, when someone sits there and says, oh, well, you know, I need the best to learn. When you're fly fishing, for example, you won't even know what a strike hits on a $10,000 rod, let alone a 200 rod. You have to work your way into it. Condo's a pigsty for real. Clean her up. Why don't people rock out there? Because they're basically dumbasses. I mean, literally, the world these days, they're into their own music genre. It's like everyone has their own personalities, you know. Like a heat wave, yeah, Well, currently it's 46 and raining outside here. Hmm. I got an idea for you, Zoe. Give me a second. Let me get you your frying pan. Let's see. Heavy pan, not for non for non-singing. Well, I'll show you something that I would highly recommend on Instagram for you because you know why, people? People sit there, okay? I've had a couple people message me on something that's very disturbing, okay? People sit there and they say to me, the other day, they say to me, Rita, you're always on YouTube. You're always giving your all to everyone, and they're not giving even any comments. They watch you, they hit like, but they don't watch you. They don't learn, or they're learning about prepping, you know, or they're prepping, you know, and people sit there and they say to me, right? All you got to do is put some oil in this, and if you follow carefully, Zoe, it works for years. I'm just trying to help her out. You know, people email me and they say you deserve to get paid because you know you're you should get paid. You know, and it's like I don't want to get paid. I always joke about getting paid, but you know, and Zoe, you know, knows this. It's like an internal joke, you know. And people sit there, right? I just sent you 3 links, Zoe, on Instagram. If that doesn't work for you, I can find something else for you, but that should help you. That would keep you busy for a while. Trust me. If you don't like those, well, I can look for some more. But you know, people say to me, "How come you literally are giving links to Zoe? How come you're helping Zoe? You should get paid." I like helping. That's the thing. If I didn't want to help, I'd tell you all to go f off. Send laptop link again. You gotta be joking again. Fine. Send top of line scanner for me. See, I can throw that in there as a joke, actually, you know. But I'm not selfish, you know. Do I need a top of line scanner? No. Of course, I can remind my wife that she should send, you know, hold on, I have to do something for Zoe, of course. There you go. Sorry, Zoe, I'm sending you a couple other links for. See, Zoe and I were talking last night as a married couple, and we were talking about things, right? Hopefully she's seen it. I got it. 2 more links to send her. This one's going to annoy her, but buy that while you're at it. Put that on your damn shopping list. When I say damn, I mean for love. So Okay. I already. Now I gotta go dig up the. All right. So I gotta do open this one and this one. All right. So let me check on these. I got laptops like crazy open, so I'm just gonna dump them all in there. Fortunately, Zoe, I know exactly which one she wants. Okay. So I got 5 links to send. Hopefully she's gonna do this. I'm just making sure it's Windows. Okay. And I gotta send Zoe the next one, first laptop. Make sure she gets them all. People email me and they say, how come you're doing this? Because I care. If I didn't care, I could tell Zoe to go look it up. People say to me, you're being taken advantage. It's like, you know what? Let me put it to you this way, all right? If Zoe wants to donate, Zoe can. What am I donating? My time. What am I doing? Giving Zoe the link she's requested. Now, I don't have her email address, so I gotta send everything out via Instagram and hope like hell they don't flag it as spam. Because Zoe is asked, and I'm sending her everyone. By the way, Zoe, scroll up for the frying pans. Everything I'm sending you, I'm doing it as rapid, fast as I can on my computer. So a lot of people email me. Oh, skip this one. Okay, I guess the computers are done. So you just scroll up to computers and then frying pans. And if that doesn't work, let me know. All right, I got to answer the comments still. So, what are those pans called? Heavy cooking evenly, trying to get away from chemicals they spray on non-stick. Send laptop link again. Lol. Yeah, okay, there. Check it out. So a lot of people email me and they say, how come you're doing this? Because I care. So apparently my therapist emailed me something stupid this morning. Like she wants to cut out half an hour of my time to go to her granddaughter's recital. So I just emailed it off to my advocate saying, can I get someone else due to the fact that, I'm paying, you're paying, the county's paying, and look what's happening. She thinks giving me a coffee pot will be beneficial for me to look the other way for the county to steal money from her. Was it the farts that got him tuned into Rita? I have no clue what the farts were, but anyways, I have to check something at Best Buy anyways for the wife. So if you guys give me a minute, I gotta check something for Best Buy. So yeah, hopefully Zoe's got everything she needs. I'm still answering comments, She's got a lot of comments. I'm still going to pass gas. Treadmill today, Rita? Live treadmill, maybe. I mean, I gotta fucking get this place clean still. I mean, the fucking son of a bitch is fucking screaming and yelling at me last night again, knowing that they can't touch her. She can fucking do more abuse. So I'm looking into a restraining order, anyways. But that's between you and I. But I'm looking at I chose Amazon for the price, Zoe. I mean, going through Best Buy, you ain't gonna find it unless you want to freaking fork out a lot of money. There. Oh, And if you're gonna buy a Chromebook, the cheapest Chromebook you're gonna get is this is pre-owned. They can't even fucking sell a fucking what a pecker would. Fucking want something, they fucking tell you nope, can't have it. Let's see if they got anything there like this. I want low to high because I'm looking for specific something at Best Buy because Chloe's being a let's see, that's 1 star, 1 star. I mean, literally, she's gonna have to take a chance on something, you know. You know, the point is these 1 stars. A lot of people are complaining about it. They're not even explaining. That's one review. All right, so this is clearance. I'm trying to see about. Yeah. All right, so if you look at this, right? Do you have any other pictures? There's this one. Okay. So I'm gonna give Zoe two links to this. Okay. Reason for it is she's forget great, yeah, refurbish. So again, they're being basically a peckerwood, like basically, you know. I'd go through Amazon. At least you're getting it new. If you're going through Best Buy, you're gonna be forking out a lot of money for a Lenovo, unless you know exactly what you're doing. See, a lot of women say, "Oh, well, you're trying to put me down because I'm a female and I don't know any better." I get that too as a woman. You know, they say, "Oh, this is a dumb broad who doesn't know anything," and you know we can shaft them. But if you look at some of the freaking pictures, you know, it's of you know you have certain, you know. Now, someone was asking, Chloe was asking the other day about radio scanners, right? She's like, you know, and when you go to Best Buy in Bellingham, you get a radio scanner, right? Well, they put it under CB radio, so you got a Whistler. I wouldn't put my money in it. Handheld CB radio, right? All right, so they have the alarm clock scanner at Best Buy, $100. I was just hinting Zoe's going there anyway, so I thought I would share this for you guys. All right. Oh, they got the 980 SSB. Then they got the digitals, right? Then they got another digital, so they got two Whistlers, right? And then they have the Home Patrol, right? $4.99 sold out. But I was curious about what else they sell, right? So basically, they have these. I'll show this with Zoe, anyways, just to be funny, okay? So Zoe and I are, you know, I'm not hinting at it, Zoe. I'm just showing. So I went to this. I don't like Whistler, anyways, but for example, here's Best Buy alarm clock. See, it says free pickup, you know, free delivery, yada yada yada. It says free delivery and standard installation, you know, whatever, right? Free pickup, free shipping, pickup, you know, so it could be there. But the top of the line scanner right here, the one I was telling Zoe about a while ago, is apparently just delivery. So you order it at Best Buy and they'll ship it directly to you, directly to from Best Buy, right? Thing is, out of love for Zoe, and Zoe knows this, I cannot in good conscience. Oh, it says add to cart, right? Under good conscience, cannot see Zoe parting with $730. That is just way too much for a scanner. So, but they do have the top of the line. So they are basically carrying mostly Whistler because Whistler needs a brand, and Whistler's been around since 2014. So there you have it. So I just thought I'd throw that in there. So Live treadmill. I like to stand up and suspend. I like this, I might be doing my treadmill a little later. Yeah. I got my sports bra ready to go. I just gotta basically. Hold on. There we go. Feels better. I'm not tall enough to enjoy fly fishing. Running water freaks me out, and I don't eat fish. I need a cast iron there. Look, I just gave you a link. Do you I need to send you the link again, Zoe? I mean, do you even scroll up beside your Instagram thing? I mean, damn. What's up? Therapist asks if they can cut out a half hour out of my appointment, taxpayer. My other advocate emailed me saying that that's downright wrong. So they've requested a confirmation from other people. Um, I got to go through the links again because Zoe apparently doesn't scroll up. I've been digging up things for Zoe apparently, and um, Zoe, of course, wasn't paying attention again. I told her scroll up. She's like, "Oh yeah, I'll scroll up." I make fun of the wife. I mean, make fun of the wife because I think the wife's basically one track at times. Jokingly, of course, because the people say to me, Rita, how come you do so much for the wife and you're not getting paid? It's fine. It just means the wife doesn't listen. There's a coffee cup somewhere where it says, "My wife thinks I don't. My wife says I don't listen." I think that's what she's saying. Well, I think so too. I mean, literally, doesn't the wife realize that there's only so much links I can give her double? I mean, I told her to scroll up. I mean, what has she got? 2 laptops and frying pans there. Keep scrolling up for the frying pans. I mean, literally, if you've seen the frying pans, or the wife will say, "Well, I'm not listening because I haven't finished going through comments." But, whatever it is, it's one or the other. So, I'll take the blame if I'm not getting the comments done fast enough. But I sent the thing. Yes, Catherine. Wow, a wee wah. Where's my pan link on Nintendo? Yes. You see? Now you see I'm at fault because she literally wanted cast iron, and cast iron, the set is what I recommend due to the fact that you get a Dutch oven which you can use, for cooking bread. Yeah, yes, to cast iron. You rock, Rita. See, I'm still going through. I think that lovely laptop was called Yoga. Yes, but the problem with the Yoga is they don't have any at I just went to Best Buy for you. See, I do so much for the wife. I wouldn't mind having an SDS 200 I can brag about from saying, hey, Higgs, look, the wife got me the SDS 100 and 200. Yeah, but the wife wasn't listening when I said the yoga is not available on Best Buy unless you're putting it on the family or on the family's Best Buy credit card. I know the wife, how she thinks, cha-ching, charge it. Okay, enough about the joking for a second. But truthfully, the thing is they have yogas and then they have yogas. And if you don't get the right yoga where it flips into place and locks in, you're going to get basically a laptop that's called a yoga that you might not be happy with because, big deal. 3-year-old computer works just fine. I mean, literally, lady. I mean, you don't need to complain about a 3-year-old. Yeah, that's why I chose Windows. See, thing is, the other day the wife's complaining, right? And I love her for it. And she says, "Hey, I any Windows." Well, what do you think I did? I went on and found Windows on Amazon. I mean, literally. I mean, we know the wife wants Best Buy because she wants to charge it to the card. Well, while you're at it, send me a Whistler scanner. The top of the line. Your Best Buy should have it. He. However, I'm surprised there's no scanner radio shops in Chicago. I hear there's a lot there. I do want Windows based. I want to pick up Z's. Oh, you can use any cooking oil. You can use vegetable oil. You can use peanut oil. You can use canola oil. You can use coconut oil. You can season it any way you want. The main thing is, you know what my family used to do to season a frying pan, a new pre-seasoned cast iron skillet. It's always probably sitting there. What? Pig fat. Melt the pig fat from the can of pig fat lard the family did. You melt it, right? You melt the pig fat first in a different pan. Then you rub the entire cast iron skillet in pig fat, right? And then you make it so it doesn't, pig fat or cooking oil. Usually it's cooking oil or pig fat. Family used pig fat, and they made it so it worked, right? And then you put it on the highest rack, right? Now, what you do is when you do it, the way Grandma did it was Grandma put it on a special like cookie tray, right? And so the lard wouldn't heat up and then liquefy, and then she knew what she was doing, but pig fat was something she would use. And what you do is if you follow the instructions of the seasoning, you can find it on Google. Those will last a lot longer than most frying pans. Now, me, I have my own preferred frying pans, but I do like cast iron as a option. Yeah. ThinkPads, they don't have yogas. What does she get? What does she got? 2 laptops and a frying pan. Now it's my fault. 2 laptops and a frying pan. No, but I will tell you, Amazon's got something that's really good. I'm gonna show you 2 things, people, that you don't need nonstick for. All right, I'll show you 2 things. All right, it's $150. So he's like, oh, I need one of these, right? Hold on a sec, and then I want I can't remember what it's called, but I'm looking, okay. For you guys, because I want to share something else. can't remember what it's called. Hmm. Let me look for a second. I'm looking for something to help Zoe out again and you guys. I just need to find something. Ugh. I think it was, I can't remember. No, I can't remember the name of it now. I feel like an idiot, But anyway, I'm trying to help Zoe out on something. I just can't. It's like what you're looking for is gone. You know. Maybe I can find it still. Maybe. Anyways, let me just show you this while we're looking for the thing for Zoe, okay? Maybe I can find something. But anyways, all right. So basically, I want to show you this, okay, for Zoe's sake. So this is what I use, okay? My mom bought me this and gave it to me, okay? It's not cast iron, but it's all stainless steel. Non-stick, too. You can put your own oil in. You just remember what that wood thing was. We had one, didn't we? My mom used to bitch about it. She got a set, but I can't remember what happened to it. She was like, I don't remember. Anyways, guys, you know how it is, right? Let me go tinkle again. All right, so, anyways, you guys got that right. So, I gotta wash my hands in a second, but that is something I highly recommend. All right, so I need to look for something brands. What I'm looking for, real quick. They don't show it. Then we know there's a problem when they discontinued it. They usually have hundreds. Oh, no. Might have been. No. Anyways, there was this brand a long time ago. Okay, Zoe could probably help me out. That started with, I believe it was an F in the 80s. It was a copper set of frying pans, but they have so many people doing copper now. No one knows what's what, right? So basically, I've lost my ability to, you know, my mom used to say, you don't do anything with that. I got your Dutch oven. You got my Dutch oven, yeah. I'm calling Best Buy at 10:30. I will say the flipping yoga one. I prefer bacon to season. Yep, done it. Great minds think alike. Need to clean oven first. Shower in 5, back at 2. Big Bear or Discord. Time to brush teeth, put in hair rollers. So apparently I need to get prepared for other issues. So right now I'm checking on my package. And apparently it is 8:30, so it should have been loaded on the. So it is in Burlington as of this morning. So Burlington UPS facility. So it went from Brockton, Massachusetts, and now it is currently in Burlington. I'm like a little kid waiting for that thing. I mean, it's this close, yet it's so far. And Zoe's like, I'm leaving. Goodbye. I'll message Zoe before I go because, I got to use the toilet this morning. What the hell? So apparently Zoe deleted my, oh well, I don't care. Anyways, I got work to do anyways. As far as Zoe's going to nag me for an afternoon edition of the treadmill, which may or may not, depending on my mood, everyone, because I have to get this place clean. I can't just sit around and drink coffee all day and do YouTube. I mean, literally, I woke up this morning and Chloe's looking at me funny, like, I don't know. She just was staring daggers at me like, Argh. So this morning's plan is for you guys is I want to tell you outright, that, the morning edition. I haven't even checked my comments this morning on my YouTube thing. I usually get the comments, right? So anyways, so this guy's like, let's talk. So they're all talking about things. It's like, can't we just get me? I enjoy doing my video because I don't even have to talk about what's what. All right, so I'm gonna go down to content for a second because I want to see here. So we got coffee time with Rita, coffee time with Rita, coffee time with Rita, video ruined, and then we have live. All right, cool. So we don't have any new comments. It's a blessing by itself without no new comments. So Pee Wee sent something and Tony sent something. So for some of you out there, I'm not going to just sit here and drag this out, but you guys got your lesson this morning about pricing, all right? People sit there and they think the best scanners are the best. Depends on if you want it, I mean, before I go, I think I'm going to take a short break, right? You can sit there and say, what short break? Well, It goes like this. And so I'm going to use the toilet for a minute. That's why I said be right back. It gives you guys a chance to stretch your legs because when I'm done, I'm going on to business this morning. nicely. I was just thinking about Mama Fanny's coffee pot. All right, so apparently North Korea is routing a saber again. That's what I was using the toilet for. I was thinking, those coffee pots, mom's the one I prefer, but I was thinking about my therapist, who, was talking about, today's appointment, and I was like, whatever. I told her to reschedule if she had to cut out my time because of her granddaughter. She said I was selfish. I said, no, I'm not looking after taxpayers. She calls herself a Republican, so what happens, right? So, anyways, I am going to go, to log out soon and wait for several things to come down the pipe. One being coffee, and the other being I got to get to check the weather this morning. And then Chloe's got a lot of work to do, and me. But Chloe got to get off her ass instead of just sitting there crying in her room because she burned her bridge with the last bridge with the mom. You see, I'm going to tell you guys a story. You see, people ask me all the time. Am I cold-hearted? And I say, no. But deep down I am to certain things. You see, deep down, I have a heart of gold. But deep down, I also know that if the person turns around and blows out their stack, then there's a problem, So I was going to look up something anyways for Zoe. I want to know if there's anything in. Yeah. I'm just looking for something real quick. Here we go. Do these guys have a freaking website? And I want to go down here because I want to look for. Okay. All right. That's why. All right. They're just like, okay. Let's see. FCC licensing, everybody. So this is basically a place that sells radios for companies, but they don't use. Yeah. Okay. You look at Chicago being big, right? And you're like looking for stores. I was gonna send Zoe a joke, because she's not around. And yeah, so there's like 500,000. Mostly it's fucking. Like, we need to know about the 500 targets around. Now you're looking at something else, in Chicago. It's basically, people say to me, how do you do it? Simple. Google has an algorithm, and when Google, by the way, has anyone noticed Google's algorithm at searching things? I mean, let's look at this for a second. All right, so this has lights. So they're selling lights. They're claiming this is what I'm looking for, but that's lights, you see. So apparently they sell. What are they selling? Let me see here. So they're selling cases. All right. So they're selling, you know, it says product catalog. Yeah. So they sell radio cases. So case guys, okay, we don't want this. I want to know about products. You see, when you look for what you're looking for and it doesn't tell you, then you gotta go. So yeah, I'm already at page 5, right? All right. Now I love Zoe dearly. You guys know this. Anyways, just to make this more interesting, right? So, anyway, so I went ahead and looked up information on, but not limited to, the area. Okay, and I'm using the right, um, the right algorithm for myself, right? Now I'm going to look up one other. Okay. Okay, so one more search string, right? We got 11 pages done, and this time it's 6 pages, right? No, you guys turn around, right? No, okay, so this one says, oh, if you need this, All right, so let's see, is this what we're looking for? See, when you're looking for certain things, right? Like, Zoe, she's a sweetheart, right? She says, oh, yeah. So she says, oh, yeah, right? So she's like, so, I went and looked up, Chloe, right? And I mean Zoe, and Zoe's like, oh, we can get anything and everything and anything and everything, right? Anything and everything, right? In her beloved town, right? Now, I love Zoe dearly, this, and Zoe's cool. But to say that you can get anything you want, right, in a city, is an understatement. So that's part of our discussion today too. Was I'm gonna take a break. Okay, I'm gonna take a break because Higgins is probably already cranky about his photoshopping scam job. Anyways, so let me just say what I'm thinking. Okay. So she turns around, Zoe, and she says, oh yes, the city is really big. We got everything we need in this city, right? And the Rita wife, good for you. You got everything you need, right? So she turns around and she says that, and I turn around and I say, good for you, right? Fortunately, the way to test to see if someone's bragging, right, is to discuss the main thing. Yeah. And the main thing is, did the bunny get fed today? That's the main thing, right? No, jokingly, of course. Chloe better get that damn pile because he's living on poo right now, and it pisses me off. She's got to get this place clean and get him taken care of. All right, so you guys ready for the discussion? Yeah. So basically, when you go and you look for something, right? People see back in the day, right? You used to go to places called something Magnolias, right? Magnolias, right? Um, you know, something Video Magnolias or something, Magnolia Hi-Fi, maybe it was, Anyways, it was founded in 19 whatever, right? So it basically was sold out by Best Buy, right? Best Buy wanted to, my audio video, right? So basically, it's Best Buy. So basically, they're now saying it's just all Best Buy for 87 million, right? Fortunately, um, so you guys are wondering what's the topic? Well, topic was pricing, right? You don't need to buy the most expensive stuff to be happy with what's being used. I mean, literally, you don't see me complaining about needing an iPhone 14 because or a Samsung Galaxy Note 14 because you think you're entitled because you work your ass off for it. I mean, literally, the people that literally turn around and think they're entitled to everything they pay for. Yeah, you can buy anything you want. You're entitled to whatever you pay for. But the problem is, people like you that claim that you're entitled because you work your ass off for it and sitting there and say, oh, well, I'm entitled to the best of the best, right? Fine and dandy, but the best and best might not make you the best. It might make you look like a fucking chump that doesn't know how to use something. I mean, look, you could buy a freaking $2,000 phone with a pin in it, or you can spend $199 or less and get one that's already got a pin in it. $190 names. Oh well, it's a little slower. You know what? Question is what's more important? I mean, literally, let me just tell you my opinion, right? When you sit there and you see people wanting to shower everyone with money, being like, oh, yeah, look at me. I have the best phone in the world. Look at me. I'm a snooty son of a bitch. Really? You're entitled to your own opinions. My opinion is the best doesn't make you the best. It makes you basically think you're the best because of what you spend money wise. Remember what I said about freaking people back then? The top of the line flip phone for $1,500 was everyone's go to. Now look, the $20 And while someone sits there and spends $10,000 on a gold-plated phone, I'll still freaking use a $20 phone because why? Because I can. People sit there and they turn around and they're like, "What a move, Rita? I'm Higgins. I have." You know what? I'm really tired of not wearing my fuzz jammies. So I'm going to change into my fuzzy jammies real quick. My point being is, look at the picture, everyone. Higgins wants to brag about a $700. Oh, you're jealous, really? If I'm jealous, right? Let me just tell you guys a joke, okay? If I'm jealous, I could probably end up seeing the wife at Best Buy pick me up a scanner there if she's generous. But you know what? I don't need a scanner from Best Buy to tell me what I need to know. I'll tell you a story. Back in the day, people would sit there and buy fishing tools, fishing rods. They'd go fly fishing. You know what happened? People turned around and enjoyed themselves, but then people started seeing, you know, people catching more with the cheaper rods, and they were complaining. And then it's all, fly fishing is all about the wrist and landing a delicate presentation and taking care of your rods. Your rods are your tools, right? So basically, for example, right? So basically, let me tell you what's going on, right? So I love all of you, and Zoe is um busy, right? So basically, you could sit there and spend $700 bragging rights about a scanner and be like, "Oh yes, doesn't this look good in my house?" No, because frankly, unless you want to sit there and stick it under someone's nose, I'm telling everyone that get the one that works for you. I mean, literally. I mean, Higgins is an area of simulcast, right? Those will work, $700 to $800 scanners. But what if he loses his house because he put money into a scanner? You see, thing is he's going. Literally, he wants to basically sit there and try to think that, look, you have an $800 scanner. What's going to happen if your car takes a shit? He can't afford the car repair bill because his car took a shit because he bought a scanner. You see, thing is, Higgins has got so many worries. I walk everywhere, okay, but let me give you a little bit of advice before I go off and do my business and stuff and wait, because in the afternoon when I'm fully refreshed, I will take a treadmill walk only if, oh yeah, I gotta charge this up again. See, I gotta charge this up again. Only if, um, you know, I get done with everything else. I mean, literally, I'm going to be basically busy as hell. So he said, treadmill, treadmill. I don't want to do treadmill unless I have to, because I have to get this place fucking clean. Okay. Chloe threw away her mom, and so now she's got a new excuse to be sick and grouchy and grumpy and To me, I'm literally sitting here. And I also got to wait for package due in today, tomorrow. Tomorrow. Thursday is closed, so if it doesn't get in today, it comes in tomorrow. That's supposed to be coming in on today at 9. Currently, they haven't loaded up the truck apparently. So anyways, so it says today November's 22nd, 9 p.m. So anyways, so basically what I'm trying to teach you all is so she turns around, and Zoe understands my method. I mean, you don't need to go plunk down $700 for a scanner. I mean, look, unless you have the right antenna, the right everything, you don't need $700. Now, if you want to basically brag about it, yeah, but you know that some of these are in-mounted and base stations. I mean, it depends on what you're going to do. I mean, literally. I mean, I could go through, right? Maybe today sometime I will go through various things. But, I find the 436 to look a lot better than the 100. The 100 looks like crap. But then again, I have a thing for aesthetics. So, but my point is the American people need to realize. So, anywho, I'm gonna log off, take a break. I want you guys to stay tuned for another edition, probably treadmill edition or updates. But I want you guys to think. I have about 4 hours to kill because I have a therapist appointment. Lunch, probably skip lunch today due to the fact that I have my pot pies finally. Apparently, I'm still complaining about my Salisbury steak. Hungry man as I want. The only thing I have is I wanted more chicken nuggets. I like nuggets. I've been craving a bag of nuggets. And I have to check my balance. And, I also want to get some more milk. So milk, chicken nuggets, and Hungry Man's. Those are the only items I really need right now. Chloe wants ribs, but I said you can earn ribs. I ain't gonna freaking hand ribs. She already owes me fucking this. Literally. And if I could have my way, I'd be living on ramen and mac and cheese. But, the thing is, she won't clean. She won't do anything. I mean, literally, she thinks I should pat her on the back for $100 gift card because, I got $100 gift card. But look what I do. I give freely with my heart. So, anyways, it's time for me to get some paperwork done, some administrative duties done, some thinking. I will be back afternoon for your I will be back after my my thing, but the thing is you don't need a $700 scanner either. Like I said, what you need is peace of mind. So while we're waiting for deliveries of packages to come in today, I still gotta do some shopping. I'm going to ask a couple of connections of mine via email today, more administrative duties before the holidays. I got my sports bra ready to go, which means more likely I will be running for an hour or two on the treadmill. And then when I'm done, I will be done for the entire week. So, more likely treadmill will be between 2 and 4, depending on my schedule and depending on the topic. I don't want people to sit there and you know I want you guys to know that ahead of time, okay? So, um, you know, because I've been here 2 hours even, I just want to get going. So I will be back, like I said, around 2 o'clock, 2 to 4, something like that, depending on Zoe and the schedule. So I want you guys to realize that, we all need a break. And if you have any questions, just feel free to, you know, mm. All right. So because I'm done with my video right now, you guys will get some more info later when it comes to. If you have any questions, you can email me in my About Me page. It's San Juan Island Prepper at AOL.com or San Juan Island Prepper at Yahoo.com. Throw a bone to me, talk to me, hit subscribe, let me know what's going on. And hopefully we can get um, everything moving along. So, in the meantime, like I said, if you want to donate video card or a gift card, feel free to. If you want to send me email, which I appreciate, uh, like I get all the time right now, it's radio scanners or fly fishing. I will explain both possibly while I'm on a treadmill this afternoon, but currently it's raining, so I need to get things moving along on other business. So I will be back after 2 p.m. So we'll continue then. Thanks so much for watching. Um, Please add and subscribe. Please post comments, leave feedback, suggestion, hit the like, subscribe button. Hold some fun for the family, including your dogs, your cats, your bunnies, your service dogs, your service bunnies. Hit the bell notification, hit the thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button. Just leave the comments nice is all we ask. Thank you so much for tuning in today, and look for another video. Hit the subscribe and the thumbs up button and the bell notification. Thanks. Leave the comments nice is all we ask, and God bless you in everything you do.